And just notice the breath. Notice where it's landing in the body. Is it landing in the chest, the ribs, the belly? There's no wrong answer. Just be curious what the breath is doing and how it's changing as you continue to breathe and soften, letting the mind start to become still. So as we're sitting here, I want you to imagine, to visualize a tree, your favorite tree. Maybe it's a tree in your backyard. Maybe it's a tree on a path that you walk frequently. Maybe it's a tree from your childhood that you played in or around. Just visualize that tree. And allow yourself to deepen your breath. And with this tree, we're going to allow the tree to be the conduit to allow ourselves to release. And it doesn't have, your releasing does not have to have a label. It could just be done with breath. But as you stand by this tree, sharing the energy, not only of the prana coming in and out of the body, but with the tree itself, imagining the roots going deep down into the earth. Allow whatever needs to leave. Let the tree carry that energy down through the roots, dispersing it into the earth. Again, you don't have to label it, identify it. Just let it go. Allowing those spaces where we hold this tension, this stress, to just soften. Allowing the breath to be deep so that it may release, kind of like chisel away at those spaces. Making an intention, a promise to yourself that whatever is being left down in the tree roots is going to stay there. We will not come back and call it to come back to us. Even though sometimes that familiarity or being familiar with those things is a safe feeling, but knowing that they no longer serve us, we're going to allow it to go. Promise yourself that you will not recall this, that what you release is what you release. Put your hands on your belly and take 3 nice deep breaths into the belly, letting the belly expand and then letting it fall with your exhale, sitting up nice and tall as you breathe, allowing the channel for breath to be nice and open. Allow your exhale to be open mouth. When you're done, let your hands come back into your lap. Notice if you feel any different, any lighter. And we're going to stay seated for some gentle movements. You may keep your eyes closed, a gentle, soft gaze, or you can look up if you need to. We're just going to inhale our arms up overhead. And then we're going to relax our shoulders once our arms are already up. And then we're going to flip the palms open and we're going to allow the arms to come back down on our exhale. Inhale, arms facing up, palms facing up. Relax the shoulders. And then exhale, palms facing out. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale. And this time we're going to hold our arms up here just a little bit. Maybe just move the fingers around. Take a nice deep inhale. And then exhale, let the arms come back down. Inhale the arms to shoulder height. And we're just going to give ourselves a hug. Just remember whatever arm is up on top. Take another inhale, sit up nice and tall. And then on your exhale, allow yourself to fall forward. So we're not touching the floor. We're just allowing our head to hang, letting our shoulders hang. Just falling into that hug. Tuck the chin. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, open the arms out to the side. We're going to do that again. Switch whatever arm you had on top before. Switch it so that the other arm's on top. Really get that nice, beautiful hug, and then allow on the exhale to relax, come down. Inhale, rise up, open up the arms. We're going to do that 2 more times. So switch whatever was the arm on top. This time when you come down on your exhale, really imagine that you're squeezing the heart, that you're giving the heart the hug. Let the chin come to the chest, let the head relax. Inhale, rise up, open the arms. Last time. Nice big hug. Exhale, come down. Relax into the pose. And then inhale, rise up, open the arms. Nice and wide. And then bring the arms down by your sides. We're going to do just a tiny little twist, nothing major. We're going to take the left hand, put it on the right knee, and the right arm comes behind you, and then we're just going to twist. Don't go full blast into the twist. We're just like warming up the spine. Just getting it to move a little bit. Inhale, come back to center, and then twist to the left. Allowing that arm behind you to be your kickstand, your almost like a pole, allowing you to lift up even higher. Inhale, center, exhale to the right. And then last time to the left. And then inhale, come back to center. Go ahead and take some head circles. They could be as small as you would like, or as big as you would like. Remembering always to take the inhale when the chin dips down, always to take the exhale when the head goes back. And then switch so that you're going in the opposite direction, getting all the little snap, crackle, and pops out. And then when you feel even, come back to center. Taking a nice big inhale. Exhale, let it go. We're going to come down into child's pose. Knees wide as the mat, toes touching behind you, sit the hips back. Allow the arms to come forward, forehead comes down on the mat. So as we lay here in child's pose, imagine your breath is coming down the back body and then coming out the front body. Feel the connection the forehead is making with the mat. Find softness in your hips. And see if you can walk your fingers just a little bit forward, just to feel that stretch to the arms and the shoulders, just a little bit more. Anything starts to become painful, you start to become numb, any tingling feelings, please come out of the pose. Going to your edge is definitely a choice on your part. And if you wish to do that, go right ahead. Remember, this is always your practice. On your next inhale, bring yourself up to a tabletop. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Crown of the head's going forward, just like the tailbone is going back. You can have your toes curled. Sometimes that feels really good. And just feel the lengthening of the spine as we are here in this tabletop. We're having a slight push through the hands. Shoulders are relaxed. Shoulder blades are down the back. Engage the core. Pretend someone's pulling you forward, pulling you back, so that you are allowing the entire back body to stretch. We're going to take our hips and allow them to come to the left. They're not going to touch the floor. They're just going to come out to the right. I'm sorry. Have them come out to the right, and then just allow them to go to the left. Just little movements. If this is too much on your knees, fold the mat, get a blanket to give your knees some extra cushion. And then come back to center. And let's do some cat-cows. Inhaling, gaze comes up. Exhale, belly to spine, gaze comes down. Crown of the head towards the floor. Push through the hands round the back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, down. One more time, inhale up. And exhale down. Rounding the back, looking at the navel. And then come back to your stationary tabletop. Sit hips to heels for a moment. Just shake out our wrist. Sometimes that could be a lot on the wrist. So we'll just give them a short little break, because we're going to come right back down. So we're going to tease them a little bit and then come back down. Back to your tabletop. And this time with our hips, we're going to take some hip circles. So what this looks like is going out to the right or the left, coming back, going to the other side, and then coming forward. So as you come forward, you lean a little bit forward. Just getting some nice movement. And then go in the opposite direction always, if that feels good. And then come back to center. We're going to take whichever hand you want to start with, that's fine. I'm going to start with my left. We're going to come onto the back of the hand. We're not going to put a lot of pressure into the back of the hand. Most of our pressure is going to be on the palm of the right hand. And what's happening here is we're just getting a little stretch. Just breathe into it. And then release the left hand, put the palm back onto the mat. Bring the weight into the left hand, flip the right palm, the right hand, coming onto the back, and just having that stretch on the right. And then release that right hand, get back onto the mat. Curling the toes, we're going to push the hips up and back into our first down dog. We're going to be really lazy in this down dog. Bend the knees, hips are up and back. And then we're going to walk our feet up to our hands. We're going to come into a ragdoll forward fold. So the feet are going to be separated. Bend the knees, let the belly come down on top of the thighs. Grab opposite elbows if that feels nice. Really let the head hang. Maybe sway left and right. Take some yeses and some nos with the head. You're going to be holding up that bad boy all day. Release some of the tension in the neck and the shoulders. Feeling that weight going towards the mat, towards the earth. The more you bend the knees, the more release you get in the very low back. Drop the hands back down to the mat and then very slowly roll up. Let the chin be the last thing to lift. When it does, inhale the arms up overhead. Bring your palms together, bring your hands down to heart center. Go ahead and close your eyes. And I want you to rock back and forth, side to side on your feet. Feel every part of the foot grounding down into the earth. Lift the toes. Press the big toe mound and the pinky toe mound down onto the floor. Allow the heel to be down so that you feel both edges of the heel. When you find that sweet spot, and you'll know it, let the toes come down softly. Really feel yourself rounding down. This is also called earthing. You can do it inside, you can do it outside. I love going in my backyard, just putting my feet in the back, in the grass, dirt, doesn't matter. Just making that connection. Letting myself ground, finding stillness. Remember this sweet spot that your feet feel on the mat. So that every time you come into standing, that you will always feel it. Open your eyes, inhale your arms up overhead, extended mountain pose. Relax the shoulders down. We're going to take a tiny little back bend, and when I mean tiny, I mean tiny. We're just gently going to push the hips forward, bring the arms back just a little bit, lift the chin, very small. And then inhale back up to center. Bringing the hands through heart center, forward fold. Take your time coming down, bend the knees if you need to. Let the hands come down to the mat. Maybe you'd like to pedal out your legs while you're here. Coming up on the toes, coming on the heels. And then your next inhale, come up to a halfway lift. So a halfway lift, your torso is exactly like tabletop. Tailbone going back, crown of the head forward, gazing down at the mat, long spine. Hands on thighs or shins. Exhale, fold forward. Really let the head hang down in your forward fold. And then your next inhale, sweep the arms all the way up for extended mountain pose. Relax the shoulders down. Exhale for a little back bend. Maybe you go a little bit further than we did before. Heart going up to the ceiling. Legs nice and strong. Come back up to center. Bring your hands together. Very slowly come down, forward fold. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, step the right leg and the left leg back, coming into a plank, which we're just going to be here for a brief moment. For 3, 2, 1, drop the knees down. And then we're going to lower down to the ground, being on our belly. Keeping the hands directly underneath our shoulders, forehead on the mat, elbows pointing up towards the sky. Bring your legs together, point your toes. Empty your lungs. Your next inhale, we're coming up for baby cobra. So we're just going to lift the heart, our head, our face, our gaze. I'll get it right. Our gaze is at the top of the mat. Exhale, come back down, forehead on the mat. Your next inhale, come up to baby cobra. Push the shoelace side of the feet down onto the mat. Lift the hands just a little bit, and then exhale, come down. This time, bring the arms down by the side, bring them behind you, interlace the fingers. And if this is all you can do right here today, that's fine. If you can come up, lift the shoulders up. Even if it's just a half an inch, lift them up. Let the interlaced hands go down by the feet. Exhale, come back down, release the arms. Left cheek to the mat, arms down by your side. Good, and allow the feet, the legs to swing in and out, just rocking on the top of the foot. Yeah, that helps the low back to release. And then bringing the chin to the mat, bringing the hands back underneath the shoulders. Curling the toes, we're going to come up through tabletop and then right into down dog. We're going to spend a little bit more time here in down dog. So really spread the fingers on the mat. Let the thumbs face each other. Relax the shoulders by allowing the shoulder blades to come down the back. Getting the shoulders out of the ears. Push through the back heel. Heels never have to touch the floor. Allow the tailbone to rise, but then also push back towards the heels. Micro bend in the knees if you need it, always take it. Nice inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Tiptoe the feet up to the hands. Forward fold. Maybe this time you notice that your forward fold is a little deeper. So you're looking at your shins. Inhale for a halfway lift. Looking down at the mat. Fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up, extended arm. Bring your hands down to heart center. Find that sweet spot with your feet. We're going to take that whole movement just a tiny bit faster, but not too fast. We'll still be gentle. Find the softness, find the ease in the movement. Inhale, arms up for extended mountain. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the left leg back, right leg meets the left. We are in plank. We will hold for 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees down. Uncurl the toes, bend the elbows, come all the way down to the mat. Forehead on the mat. Exhale. Inhale for baby cobra. Leave the hands on the mat. Exhale, forehead comes down. Inhale up for baby cobra. This time, see if you can lift your hands up just a little bit, pressing the shoelace side of the feet down onto the mat. Exhale, come down. Inhale, push back to tabletop, curl the toes, push back up to down dog. Take a nice big inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Bring the feet up to the hands, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, extended mountain. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold forward. So we're going to pause here in this forward fold. We're going to take our left hand and place it in between our feet, above the feet, but in between them, if that makes sense, in the center of where the 2 big toes are. With that left arm down, we're going to inhale the right arm up. We're going to have a twist, opening up that right shoulder. Bring belly to spine. Remember to breathe. Do not hold your breath. Bringing that right hand down. Bringing the right hand in the middle, inhaling the left arm up. And then bringing that left hand down. Let the head hang. Maybe you can bring the hands to the sides of the feet. Instead of just in front of the toes, maybe they're to the side. Maybe you can reach back and grab your ankles, allowing yourself to pull yourself down a little bit more into this forward fold. Now that our body's a little bit warmed up. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. Relax the shoulders. Bring your hands down to heart center. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale. I'm going to get some water. So if you guys need water, please take it. And then we'll meet back on our mat with hands at heart center. Down into the toes. Now I'm going to challenge you on tree pose by allowing your eyes to stay closed. But first, when we, before we do that, make sure that the chin is parallel with the mat, that we're not looking down, that the chin's not tucked. Bringing the ears back just a little bit, aligning the shoulders and the hips together. So keeping your hands at heart center, or if you would like, you can put your hands on your hips. There are 3 places for tree. Here is place number 1, toes are on the mat, heel is on the ankle. 2, the sole of the foot is on the calf.
3, the sole of the foot is all the way up on the inner leg. Where we're not going to hang is the knee, even though the arch of the foot fits perfectly right there. We're not going to put it there. We don't need any pressure on our knee. If your eyes are not closed, go ahead and close them if you would like. And then maybe bring your hands to heart center if you can. And no matter where your foot is in tree, balancing is difficult sometimes. And then maybe we grow our branches. Giving us another opportunity to let the tree be the conduit to take whatever we don't need anymore. Matching energies. Bring your hands back down to either your hips or heart center. Release that leg, shake it out. And then we're going to bring the weight into that leg and we're going to go on the other side. So wherever your foot was on the right side, take it on the left side. But if you'd like to try coming up a little bit higher, go right ahead and do that. Bringing hands to heart center. Really root down into that right foot. Let that leg be nice and strong. And then close the eyes if you can, even if it's just for a brief moment. Balancing serves our minds so well. It allows clarity. You have to get rid of all the chit chat, all the thoughts, all the things that are happening in order to focus on balancing and staying still. Allow the breath to help. Grow your branches if you would like. Keep the breath nice and even in and out through the nose. Bring the hands back down to heart center. Shake out that left leg. Shake both the legs out. That was awesome. Good job. Bring the feet together. Bring the arms down by the side. Now close. Close the eyes. Root back down into the earth. Find that sweet spot on your feet. Inhale the arms up overhead, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to come down and we're going to sit. We're going to have our legs straight out in front. And just shake the legs out for a second. And then bring them together. Flex the toes back towards the face. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale the arms straight up. And we're going to fold over our legs, grabbing our toes. So try to keep the back as long as possible. Try not to round over. So if touching the toes is not working today, just bend the knees a little bit. That's fine. We want the heart to go forward. We want the gaze to be forward. As we inhale, nice long spine. We're nice and tall through the crown of the head. As you exhale, open up the elbows, pull the heart forward. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, pull. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, pull, pull, pull. Now round the back. Find a ragdoll forward fold. Just let the head hang, let the arms go down off by the sides of the feet, the legs. Melt the heart down into the lap. And then very slowly rounds back up. Take the right foot out just a little bit and bring the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. And inhale our arms up overhead. Make a little basket with your fingers. Exhale, twist over the right leg, come down. So we're gonna grab we're gonna grab the toes, but if you have trouble reaching, just bend the knee, because this is not for your hamstrings, this is for your low back. So if you feel it in the hamstrings, you want to bend the knee a little bit. Have a gentle pull of the toes back towards the face. Let the forehead come down towards the knee or some part of the face. Relax the left shoulder down just a little bit. And then with your next inhale, rise up, arms stay up overhead. Straighten out the left leg. Then left leg goes out, right foot comes to the inside. Exhale, come down over the left leg. Interlace fingers, that basket is at the ball of the foot. Bend the knee if you need to take it out of the hamstrings. Gently pull the toes back towards your face. So that gentle pull of those toes are opening up the Achilles tendon, stretching it, which leads into the calf, opening up the back of the knee. Let your head hang, face towards the knee. Let the right shoulder come down just a little bit. Just breathe. Inhale, rise up. Straighten out that right leg, bring both legs in, and then bring the arms down. We're gonna bring the feet in for butterfly. So bring them into what's comfortable for you. Sometimes I find holding on to the ankles keeps me from rolling forward. It allows me to sit up nice and tall and to come back a little bit more on the seat. We all tend to lean forward. So this is my initial way I want to sit, like this. But if I come back a little bit on my seat and then allow the shoulder blades to come back and down in the shoulders, now my shoulders are in line with my hips. Lift the chin just a little bit so it's parallel with the mat. Bring the ears back, and now we're in alignment. It feels weird because we're not used to sitting like this. See how long you can stay here without it becoming hard, without it having strain or stress. Now bring the feet out just a tiny little bit. We're going to fold forward. So you can come down as far as you want. Come down to your forearms. You can come all the way down. You can just rest your forearms on your legs. You can just touch the feet and rest this way. Just allowing the back to find that natural curve by folding forward, relaxing the shoulders down. And then slowly coming back up. Straightening out the legs, giving them a little shake. And then we're going to come down on our back. Once you get down on the back, take a nice big good morning stretch. Pretend someone's pulling you in opposite directions, allowing you to grow nice and long, pointing and flexing the toes, stretching the fingers. And then bring the arms back down by the side. Bring the soles of the feet onto the mat, knees point up. Hip width distance is a good distance for the knees. Let the very low back to come down onto the mat, relax the shoulders. Let your palms face up. When palms are facing up, not only are you in a receiving mode, but the shoulders also can relax more onto the floor, allowing the whole back body to be supported, allowing the whole front body to fall into the back body. Coming back to that beautiful breath in and out through the nose. Bring the right ankle onto the left knee. Bringing the arms out to shoulder height, palms still facing up. We're going to drop that knee and foot over to the left. So my right foot is flat on the floor. My knee is flat on the floor as well. So this is a gentle twist. If the twist is too much on your back, just straighten out that left leg a little bit. Sometimes that will help. Or just skip the pose. Breathe into the right side body. Almost like you're expanding the right side of the ribs out. Visualize that. Coming back to where we began with our left foot on the mat, right ankle on the left knee, we're going to lift the left leg. So you can stay right here. If you would like a more intense stretch, bring the hands behind the left thigh, pull the left thigh in, push the right knee out. Your choice where you'd like to go with this. Just keep the low back on the mat. That intensifies the stretch. Pulling the leg forward intensifies it as well. Release the left leg, bring the sole of the left foot down to the mat, right foot meets it on the mat as well. Tee out the arms, palms face up, left ankle on right knee. And we're going to drop everything to the right for that twist. So the left foot's on the mat, knees on the mat. This time we're going to breathe into the left side body. We're going to imagine the left side of the ribs filling up, pressing out with every inhale, and then contracting back in with every exhale. Inhale, bring yourself back to center where you can. Lifting the right leg, bringing the hands through, pulling the right leg towards you, pushing the left knee out. Release the right leg, bring the right sole of the foot down, bring the left sole of the foot down. Hug your knees into your chest. If you'd like to come into happy baby, grabbing the outsides, the insides, the big toes, bending the knees towards the armpits. If you'd like to stay right here, maybe some rocking side to side would feel good, straightening out the legs, taking any final movement that you need before we come into our final Shavasana class. And then when you are ready to come down into your Shavasana.
Let the feet open up, the fingers uncurl. Let everything fall away and down onto the mat. Part your lips just a tiny little bit to relax the low jaw and take the tongue off the roof of the mouth. Come back to that tree from the beginning of practice, where you're sharing the energies, where you're allowing the tree to take whatever is not serving you down into its roots and releasing it from you. Now that you have all of that beautiful space that is now freed up, call in what you would like to fill that space with. What is it that you need? Call that in and imagine it filling all those spaces. Allow the inhale to carry those into the body. Allow yourself to take a body scan, starting at the toes, taking your time, breathing deep into each part of the body, giving yourself permission to feel and connect. And as we're breathing into the different parts of the body, as we make our way up to the crown of our head, is there anything that needs some extra softness? Is there anything that needs to be released? Breathe deep into those spaces. See if you can give it some extra support. Start to wiggle your fingers just a tiny little bit. Maybe closing the fist gently and then opening up the fingers. Closing and open. Just bringing that soft, gentle movement into the body. And then let the hands relax. Start to wiggle the toes. Rock the head side to side. And then very slowly roll to your left side. Feel the coolness on the back. And then very slowly push yourself up to a seated position. Keeping the eyes closed or the gaze soft. Bringing the hands to heart center. Moving deep into the body. finding gratitude. And bowing in gratitude for our time together on the mat. Thank you for coming to class.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too. And Jody, have an awesome day. Both of you enjoy.
Thank you. You too.
Have a good day. Thank you.
You're welcome. It was nice to meet you.
You as well. Take care.
Bye.